Hey everybody, Miss Mini Lover here, and today I'm going to show you how to make dollhouse crayons, miniature crayons, to go with the coloring books that I made in another tutorial. Now, what I did was I looked for crayon templates, and I ended up on this site. It actually was made for this pretzel crayon treat. So, what I did was I right-clicked on the template, I saved picture as, and then I saved it, and I already have it saved, so I'll just replace it, I don't mind. And then open up your pictures, and it should be right, yep, there it is, right here. Now you'll notice that there aren't any words in the actual crayon wrappers, but that's okay. When I actually put words in the middle here, in the middle of the black here, and when I put it down to a smaller size, I couldn't even see it. But in case you all want to know, I'll go ahead and show you real quick how I did it. Go into Paint, and then go to your pictures, drag your picture, open it up, and then you're going to want to click on you need to right click on the color that you want to be the background, and because this is a background, the background is black here, you're going to want to right click on that, and then because you want white letters in here, because when you print it out, you're going to want to put it on construction paper, and you're going to want the letters to show up, because I know all of you might not even be making these in miniature size, so I just want to let you guys know how to do this, because it may show up in a bigger size. So then you're gonna click the left mouse button, and that will give you the black background with the white letters. Click the large A in your paint program, and then form a box, and try to keep it within the parameters of the oval. And I have it on 14 font, and just type in bigger letters, crayon, and you'll see the box opens up like that. Just drag it up, and you can even center it a little, and there you go, you have crayon. And just do that to every single one, and then save it, and it'll save into your pictures. And then once that's done, I'm not going to save this because I already have one. You're going to want to open up your Word document, or whatever type of Word you have, and you're going to want to go into your pictures where you put the where you've tongue-tied. Get the picture that you edited and drag it into the Word document. And once you do that, click on it, and then drag it to the size that you want. Now, I didn't do a specific size for this, but I found that it actually is perfect because I've already printed this out and tested it. So that's a nice small size, and if you guys are curious, that one's a little smaller, but let me look at what the measurements are here. 0.95 by 0.83, okay? So if that's, you guys can go ahead and do those measurements, and I found that they're perfect. So after you've done this, I highly recommend, when you print it, you use construction paper, because that's what's on real crayons, is a construction paper. And you're going to want to do a bunch of separate ones, red ones, I've got all kinds of colors over here. You're going to want to do blues, pinks, and it's okay to just print a couple of these on one full page, because you can always run it through the printer again, even if it is, some pieces are cut out of it. And where did I put it? Oh, here it is. And I had to cut the end, like just rip off the end to make it fit in my printer. But that's what it looks like. Let me see if you guys can see this here. Okay. And that's what it looks like on paper. And you're going to want to leave, when you cut it out, you're going to want to leave a little bit of, let me see if I can get the little wrapper that I need. And this is, oops, I accidentally pressed some buttons here. Close that out. And this is the little wrapper I ended up with, which just fell. Here it is. And when you cut it out, don't cut it out at the black lines. Cut it just above and below the black lines, because that's what a real crayon looks like. And as you can see, you can't even see the white letters that I put in the middle of the oval, but that's okay. And you're going to want to sort of mold this, like turn it in your hands so it molds to a circular shape. And I'll be right back because I gotta go get my clay. I just remembered I left it in the oven. I hope it's not burnt. Be right back. Okay, so my clay didn't burn, which is great. This isn't the clay I baked though. What you're gonna want to do is, to make the actual crayons, you're going to want to make like some worms, and make them, you know, pretty small. If you're doing 1/12 scale, they're gonna be pretty thin. So just make some worms. They don't have to be perfect. You don't have to make them in any kind of device. Just roll them out into worm, and at the end press harder down than the rest and it'll make a tip. And then after you bake it, and you're going to do a bunch of different colors. I did like a whole bunch of colors. I'll show you the ones that are baked. I did a whole bunch of them. White, yellows, everything, and these are all baked, and this is what they look like. They all are somewhat different, but that's okay. They're about the same same thickness, so I always make a mess. But yeah, just put them out in a worm and just make like a soft tip. It doesn't have to be a sharp tip, because when kids color, they soften the tips out. But if you want them to look brand new, then you can just take a cutter of some sort and just trim the top straight. But that's it. Just put it in the oven. It only takes about 5 minutes to make these tiny little things harden. Okay, so once that's done, I'm actually going to cut a purple one because I have a purple wrapper ready for it. So here's a purple. I'm just going to get some of these out of the way here so I can work without everything going everywhere. Okay, so there's the little thing. Wow, that looks huge on screen. Alright, and here's the wrapper. What I'm going to do is take a little tacky glue. You can use just regular white glue. I don't know, I've grown to love tacky glue. I just got this bottle like a month or so ago, and I love it. So just put a very little bit of glue. I'm not going to show me putting glue on it right on cam. Just put a very little amount on, because miniatures don't need a lot of glue at all. Just a little bit. And make sure you've baked your clay before you do this. And then just sort of put it in wrap it around the crayon, and then let it dry. And overlap the paper. If there's too much paper, just overlap it around. Don't trim it off or anything. And just let that dry, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you what to do after this. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's all dry. It looks kind of funny. What you're going to want to do is cut that tail off with something, like an X-Acto knife or something, and leave a little bit of the crayon showing on the bottom.